students. A very good morning to all of you. So before starting our class, there are some instructions that I'm going to share with you. The instructions are completely prepare yourself for taking class. Means keep your book, copy or a pen with yourself to note down the important points of the terms. The next point is that if you have a facility to take a screenshot of the slide, so kindly take it. The next is if you are not from the relating class, so kindly remove yourself. The next one is that do not raise your hand during the lecture. Ask any question at the end of the lecture by using the chat box. The next is that take care of the time for attending the class. The next is home task should be done in your fair subject copy. And the next is if there is any disconnectivity during the lecture, to try to rejoin it within 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you. So now, class, today we will start a new chapter with the chapters relating with the chapter number 8, and the name of the chapter is Work, Power and Energy. So basically, there are some important topics relating with the newer smart syllabus of class 9 physics 2020 to 2021. According to the newer smart syllabus, there are some important topics, and the topics are the first one is work, second is power, third one is the energy, and next is the kinetic energy, which is in the form of K and E. The fifth one is the gravitational potential energy. So basically these are all the topics that are relating with the chapter number 8 according to the new or smart syllabus. So basically now we will start a new topic, which is the work. So basically what is the definition of the work is, the work is the product of the magnitude of force and that of the displacement is called the work. So what is the definition of the work? I repeated, the product of magnitude of the force and that of the displacement is called the work. Basically class, what is the work? Actually the work is a mechanical way to transfer energy from one place to another place. So basically work is a form to transfer energy from one place to another place, and it is a mechanical way to transfer energy from one place to another place. It means that it a mechanical means it has to apply a specific amount of the force on it to transfer a specific amount of the energy from one place to another place. So basically work is a just mechanical way to transfer of energy from one place to another place. So basically the proper definition for the work is the product of the magnitude of the force. Means here we talking about the amount of the force that we have to apply, and that of the distance is displacement is called the work. So basically the magnitude of the work is the amount of the work that we have to apply to displace any object from one place to another place, and that's why the that specific mass object or a body perform a specific work. So definitely it is the definition for the work. So there is another definition for the work: when a force produces displacement in a body, work is said to be have done. Means simply means that when the body is displaced under the position, under the force, so basically, and it will apply and a specific distance. So definitely it's our work. It's our definitely the body will be do a specific work. So basically there is a diagram. So by the help of this diagram, you can easily understand that what is the work. So basically, suppose there is a body, a box, a block, anything. So here we have to apply a specific amount of the work force, a specific amount of the force on it just to displace it from one place to another place. In such a way, we can say that here is just a transfer of energy from one place to another place by applying a specific amount of the force on this specific blocks. So that S is the distance, or we can also use the D, small d for a distance. So basically the S is the distance that the body or a block or a mass covered by applying a specific amount of the force. So definitely, when we apply a specific amount of the force on specific object or a block, and it will displace from one part to another part, basically the work will be done by the specific block. I hope it is clear to you, class. Now the formula for the block for the work is, there are two types of the formula for the work. The first one formula is saying that W is equals to F into D. W means the work, equals to the F into D. F is the force and D is the distance that is covered by the help of the applying force on a specific object, and the object will cover a specific distance. So that distance is written as in the form of D. So basically, that is the first formula for the work, and the next formula of the work is the F W is equals to the F into D into the cos theta. Okay, now basically the second formula for the work is W is for the work equal, and then force F for the force, and the D is equals to the distance, and the cos theta means the direction, the angle by the force is applied on a specific object or a block or a body. So basically, there are two different types of the formula which are relating with the work. Now we will move towards the unit of the work. So what is the basically unit of the work is? Now, so first of all, we will focus on the formula of the work. So the formula of the work is that Fw is equals to F into D. Means F into D means here we are taking out the unit of the work. So basically, the unit for the F means the force is N, which is the Newton, and the unit of the D, which is the distance, is a meter. So basically, the unit of the work will be equals to the N into meter, means the Newton into meter. So basically, the Newton into meter, we call also that the Newton into meter a joule. So basically, the unit for the work is the joule. As you can see, as you can know that the joule is another unit of the heat. So what is the heat? The heat is basically a form of the energy. So the joule is another unit of the heat as well as for the work. So, but the heat is a non-mechanical way to transfer of energy, but here the work is a mechanical way to transfer of energy. So basically it is all related with the energy. So basically the unit of the work is joule, and we can also say that the joule is equals to the Newton into the meters. So there is a definition of the joule. The definition of the joule is that if a force of 1 Newton displaces a body through a 1 meter, then the body has done work of 1 joule. What is the meaning of that? Actually, the joule, what is the joule? If we apply a 1 Newton force to displace a body, to place a body from one part to another part, from one place to another place, and it will cover a 1 meter distance. By applying 1 Newton force, and it will cover 1 meter distance, or in a 1 meter distance or a displacement, then the body definitely has to be work done. So the work done will occurs equals to the 1 joule. Why it is 1 joule? Because here we apply a 1 Newton force and the body will cover 1 meter distance or a displacement. So basically the work done in a form of 1 joule. I hope it is clear to you, class. So now the next thing is that work done by a body when an inclined force act on it. Basically, what is a form of inclined force? What is the inclined force? Now here we be talking about the inclined force. So inclined force, it means the in simply way which are not found in a proper x-axis, or not in a found in a proper enough fixed y-axis. So basically in this diagram you can easily identify that the force that it apply on this specific blocks or a body is in a form of inclined force. So inclined force means simply that here the force is applied in a form of the angle which is not properly found in the x-axis, or not in properly found in the y-axis, which is the f sin theta, and the fx, or the f cos theta. So basically there is an inclined force, means the a force which is applied on a body in a form of the angle. So definitely here we will say that the work done by a body means the work done will be occurs by the body when an inclined force act on it. Now basically here we will identify the second formula for the work, which is equals to the F into D cos theta. Now basically class, how we can understand this one? So first of all, we have to know that there is a block of object or a mass, and the force that we have to apply on it is in a form of inclined, means inclined force which are not present in a x-axis or in a y-axis. So basically, if we will divide this force into its rectangular component, means into fx and into fy. So basically fx will be equals to the f cos theta, and fy will be equals to the f sin theta. So now you have to know that the first this one is the component which is the fy component, which is equals to the f sin theta, is the direction of this force is upward. So suppose here we will apply a specific force on this direction, so the box will not be covered a specific distance, but there is lifted. But here we're talking about a displacement. So the force, the component of the force that is helpful for to lift, to drag this block from one part to another part, means one place to another place. This is more important, and the component of the force is the F cos theta, which is the Fx. So Basically, here we say that the main and the important component of the force that is used to drag or to remove a block from one part to another part, so definitely that type of the component is the fx or the f cos theta. Because here we can say that if we will drag this block from this way in this direction, which is the according to the fx or the f cos theta, so definitely the box will be moved from one part to another part, from one place to another place, and it will cover some specific distance. So basically the f cos theta is the main component of the force that is the helpful and useful for the work done. I hope it is clear to you. So basically, W is equals to the F into D. F into D means force will be multiplied with the distance, and simply we can say that force that is used, the component of the force that we use to drag this one is the cos theta. Cos theta means the Fx component of the force. So basically, the W, which is the work, will be equals to the F cos theta, because here we are applying a force in a direction of the F axis. So basically it is equals to definitely it is equal to the F cos theta and into the D, and the D is the distance that is covered by this block. So basically W is equal to the F D cos theta. So now the next one is there are three types of the work done. So the first one work done is about the positive work done class. So positive work done is simply that if the force is in the same direction as the displacement, the work is positive. Now how it is possible? There is a diagram. How we can understand by the help of this diagram class. Here there is a block, and here we will apply a specific amount of the force in this direction. So the displacement and the distance which is covered by the body, by the block or by the box, the direction of the blocks is the same as the direction of the force. Means if the direction of the force is same as the direction of the displacement, the work done will be occur, and that type of the work done is called the positive work done. As you can see in this diagram, there is a the angle that is formed by the force and the displacement, and the angle which is formed or making between these two things, which is the force and the displacement, is equal to the 0 degree. As you can see in this diagram, the angle which is formed between these two parameters, which is the force and the displacement, is equal to the 0 degree. So basically here we can say that because it is the 0 degree means the work done will be equal to the form of the f-axis forces or the component of the force. So basically here we apply the force in a form of the f cos theta, which is equal to the fx. So basically we can say that the work done will be positive in a manner, and it is maximum, and the work done will be we will apply in a form of maximum way. So basically the next step in the next thing, which is the work done, is the negative work done. So what is the negative work done class? If the force is opposite to the displacement, the work is negative, and the angle which is formed for this is equal to the 180 degree. So basically according to the diagram, here we will apply a force in this direction, and the displacement will be occur in a opposite direction. So that's why we call that is the work done, but the work done in a form of negative way. So if we will apply a force and the displacement will occur in the opposite way. Here we are applying a force this way, and the displacements occur in this way. So basically work is done definitely, but that work done is in a form of the negative manner. And you can see in the diagram, the angle which is formed between the force and the displacement is equals to the 180 degree. So basically if you can see that there is a straight angle, definitely it is the angle of 180 degree. So that is the negative work done, that is formed when we apply a force and the displacement will be occur in opposite or in the direction of the force. So now the third one is the zero work done. So what is the zero work done? If the force is at the right angle to the displacement, it has no component in the direction of displacement, and the work done will be zero. And the angle which is formed between these two parameters, which is the force and the displacement, is equal to the 90 degree. How we can understand it? By the help of this diagram, so definitely you can see that there is a force that we have to apply, but in a direction of 90 degree, which is also similar to the f sine theta. Now class, as we already know that if we will apply the force component in a sine theta, means according to the fy, so the force that we have to apply on this is not useful to drag this block from one place to in another place, but just to lift it. So work done will not be occurs here. So definitely definitely the distance or the displacement not covered by the help of this block. So definitely the displacement is zero. So how many force that we have to apply on a direction of the Fy axis? So definitely the work will not be applicable. The work there will be automatically zero because the displacement will be zero. So I hope it is clear to you the direction between these two is equal to the 90 degree. 90 degree means here we apply a force in a form of Fy axis, which is the F sine theta. So if the definitely we will apply a direction in this direction of force, the displacement will not be occur properly, and there is even a no response or even a no displacement will be occur. So definitely here we can say that the displacement is equal to the zero. So when we will apply a zero, will be multiplied with the any amount of the force, magnitude of the force, automatically we will get the zero work done because there is no displacement. So our applied force is not applicable for its tracking. I hope it is clear to you, class. Now there are some important numericals relating with the work. So the question is, a box is pushed 5 meter across a level surface by a horizontal force of 200 Newton. How much the work done of the box? So basically there is a question, a numerical, which is relating from your book 8.6, and what is saying is that according to the question, a box is pushed. Definitely, I will apply a specific amount of the force on it, and the box will push or cover a specific distance. And the distance that is covered by the block or a box is equals to the 5 meter. So the distance is covered by the blocks is 5 meter across a level surface by a horizontal force. Horizontal means here we're talking about a force. The component of the force is Fx. So be according to the axis, F axis. So basically the distance covered by the block or a box is equal to the 5 meter, and the applied force, which is equal to the 200 Newton. How much work is done on the block? So definitely, first of all, we will make a data as given in the question. What is given? The distance is given. We will take the distance in a form of s, or also we can write as the d, small d. So the distance is equal to the 5 meter, and as well as the force, it's also given. The force is equal to the F, which is given in the question, which is equal to the 200 Newton. Now, what is required? Actually, required work done is required. So work, which is represented as capital W. So it will be what is the value for the work. So basically, there's a solution for this numerical. According to the solution, we can say that the first of all, we will have to apply a specific formula. So first of all, we know that there are two types of the formula for the work. So the first one formula for the work is that now we know that the W is equal to the Fs or Fd, which is the distance. Or there is another formula which is equal to the W is equals to the F into d cos theta. Because here the angle is not given, so we have to apply a first formula according to the given numerical of the question. So the solution for this numerical is equals to the formula that we have to use for this numerical is equals to the W is equals to the F into S. Here F is the force, applied force, and S is the distance that is covered by the body. So basically work done will be equal to the F into S. So the value for the F, which is the force, is equal to the 200 Newton, and the S, which is distance, is equals to the 5 meter. So basically here we will multiply the 200 with the 5. So we will get the answer for the work, and the work will be equal to 1000 joules. I hope it is clear to you, class. Now there is another numerical according to your book, which is 8.1. How much work is done to displace horizontally a body which is 40 meter by a force of 200 Newton, who's making an angle according to the horizontal, and the angle is equal to the 30 degree. Now, as you can see in this slide, there are something is given. One is the force, and the second is the distance, and the third one thing is the angle. So basically, and what is we are asking to calculate here, asking about the how much work is done. So basically, first of all, we will make a data for it. How many things are given? The first one thing is given, which is the distance. So means the block, when we will apply a specific amount of the force, means which is equals to the 200 Newton. When we will apply a force on a specific block, definitely it will cover a distance. So the distance is equals to the S, and in the given question is equals to the 40 meter, and the force that we have to apply on this object, on a body or a block, which is equals to the F, and according to the question it is 200 Newtons. So basically, the force that it applied on a specific block but in a direction of a specific angle, and the given angle according to the given question is equals to the 30 degrees. So basically here we will apply specific formula, and what is required? The required is the how much work is done. So basically here we will apply a formula, that is the second formula for the work. So basically solution is given. So work will be equals to the F into S, which is the F is the force and D is the S. According to the S or the D, both are the same. D is the distance, and we definitely have to use the S, so S is the distance here. And the cos theta, definitely he will use a cos theta because here we will apply a specific angle for this applied force. So basically the formula is W, which is the work, is equals to the F into force, means force, into the displacement into the cos theta. So now here we will apply the value for the force, that is equals to the 200, and the distance is equals to the 40 meter, and definitely the cos theta, the theta is given in the question in the numerical, and the theta is equals to the 30. So definitely we will apply a 30 degree. So basically, according to the given question, so here we will multiply the 200 with the 40 here, and now cos 30 degree. So here we will calculate the value, identify the value for the cos 30 degree. According to your books on the page number 77, there is a trigonometric ratios. So according to the trigonometric ratios, you can easily identify the value for the cos 30 degree. So basically cos 30 degree is equals to the 0.866. So when we will multiply the 8000 with the 0.866, we will get the answer for the work, which is equal to the 6928 joules. So the work done will be equals to the 6928 joules, and joule is the unit for the work. I hope it is clear to you, class. Now the next one topic is the power. So basically, what is the power? The definition for the power is rate of doing work with respect to time is called power. The rate of doing work with respect to the time is called power. What is the power? So basically, the rate of doing work means the amount of the work that we have to work done, but it is covered by a specific body, but it is respect to its time. Definitely is called the power. So basically, what is the power? Suppose class, a man or a body cover or done of work done about 5 joules just in a 2 seconds. Another man also perform its work, means the 5 joule, but in a 1 second. So the power of the second man is much more higher than the first one man. So definitely here we doing a work, but according to the respect time, according to the given time, is called the power. So basically, there is a definition for the power is the rate of energy consumed is called the power. Definitely, what is the work? What is the way of transfer of the energy? So basically, here we will apply. Here the energy will be transferred from one place to another place, but according to the time duration, according to limited time. So according to the, or in respect to the time, the work done will be occurs. That type of the thing is called the rate of doing work with respect to the time is called the power. So basically, here we will move towards the formula for the power. So the first one formula for the power is that power will be equal to the work upon time. So the symbol for the power is the P, and the symbol for the work is W, and the symbol for the T, the time is the T. So basically, P is equals to T upon W upon T. Now there is another formula for the work. How we will calculate it? Now first of all, here what's the formula for the work? So the work will be equal to the F into D. So here we will just replace this work by the actual formula for the work. So here we will apply F into D here, just to removing this work. So power basically equals to the F into D upon time. So there is another formula for the power, which is equal to the energy upon time. Definitely the symbol for the energy is E, and it will be divided with the T, which is the time. So definitely equals the energy is the same as the work that we have to apply it. So now the unit for the power is, so the power unit is joule upon seconds. And another unit for the same unit for this one power is equal to the watt. So how we can calculate the unit for the power? So basically, first of all, we'll have to move towards its actual formula. So basically, the formula for the power is equal to the work upon time. So the unit for the work is equal to the joule and the upon time. So the unit for the time is equal to the second. So basically it is equal to the joule upon seconds. And the joule upon second is equals to the 1 watt. Just like the Newton into meter is equals to the joule, basically the joule upon second is equals to the watt. So basically what is the unit for the power is watt. The unit of the power is watt. I hope it is clear to you, class. So now we will move towards the relationship between the power and the velocity. So basically there is a relationship between the power and the velocity. So what is the basic relation between the power and its velocity? So suppose a constant force act on a body and it displaces it through a distance, which is the d, in the direction of force in time interval, which is the t. That work done is equals to the w will be equals to the F into T. Now listen, what is this? Suppose there is a constant force, which is the F. Here we will apply a specific or constant force on a specific body, and the body definitely will be displaces. So how it is possible? When we will apply a specific or a constant force means which will never change, not in the higher, not in the lower way, which is a constant, the same. Constant means a uniform or the same or the constant force. When we will apply a constant force on our body, on an object, and definitely it will displaces it. So it through a distance, definitely it will cover a distance, and this distance is equal to the small d in the direction of the force. In the direction of the force means here we will apply a force, and the displacement that is covered by the body in the same as the direction of the force. So basically here we can say that in the direction of the force. In time interval, definitely it would require a specific time to transfer this energy from one place to another place, which is equal to the t. So basically the work done will be equal to the force into displacement. So when we talk about the power, so the average power developed is equal to the F into D upon T, which is already we know that what the formula for the power, which is equal to the F into D, and F into D will be equal to the work upon time. So basically class, if we will focus on this formula, that P is equals to the F into D upon T. So here we will just focus, when we will separate this force from one side and just focus on D upon T. Actually, what is the D upon T? D upon T is actually the rate of displacement with respect to the time is called the velocity, class. Now basically d upon t is the rate of displacement with respect to the time is called the velocity, or you can say that the average velocity. So basically we will just separate it and write that d upon t is equals to the v. So basically power will be equals to the F into V. So V is equals to the d upon t. D upon t, what is the d upon t? D upon t is the average velocity here, class. Hence the power is the product of force and the velocity. I hope it is clear to you, class. So basically, there is a basic relation between the power and the velocity. So what is the relation between the power and the velocity? The simple relationship that P, which is the power, will be equal to the F into the velocity. And how we how we can identify it? Velocity is the average velocity, which is equal to the rate of displacement with respect to the time is called the velocity here, and we will get it by the help of d upon t. I hope it is clear to you, class. Now, there is another thing. Power is more commonly expressed in kilowatt. Now, as we know that the unit for the power is watt, but mostly we will write the unit for the power in a form of kilowatt. So, as we know that 1 kilo is equal to the 1000. So, basically, 1 kilowatt is equal to the 1000 watts. So now commonly we will express the unit of the power in a form of kilowatt, not only in the watt but also in a kilowatt. So basically there is a kilowatt, and kilowatt will be equal to the kilo means 1000. So basically 1 kilowatt is equal to the 1000 watts. Now, here we will move towards in the British engineering system. In the British engineering system, the unit of the power is horsepower. And whereas the 1 horsepower will be equal to the 550 foot-pound upon second. Definitely, the 1 horsepower will be equal to the 746 watts. So now basically class, there are 3 types of the system that we discussed in the physics. In the first chapter, in the second chapter. So basically there are three systems. The first one system is called the MKS. MKS means here we will taking the three types of the parameter. The first one parameter is the length, mass and time. So when we talk about the first system, which is the MKS, so here we will taking the length in meter, mass into in the kilogram and the time in a second. But there is another second system which is the CGS. So in the CGS, so we will take the length in a form of centimeter and for the mass in a gram and the time again we will take in a form of seconds. So basically there is a third one system which is the British engineering system. According to the British engineering system, the length is taken as in a form of foots and the mass is taken as in the pounds and the time we will taken as in a second. So basically 1 horsepower will be equal to the 746 watts. I hope it is clear to you class. Now basically now we will move towards the some numericals which is relating with the power. So first one numerical of the power is, this is the numerical relating with the power. So basically a force of 588 Newton acts on a box to move it at a distance of 5 of the 4 meter in 40 seconds. Calculate the power. So what is the given in the question? In the question a force is applied and the magnitude of the force is equal to the 588 Newton. So the force is applied on a specific box or a blocks, definitely it will move and definitely it will cover a specific distance, and the distance which is covered by the block is equals to the 4 meter, and this is occurs in a specific time, and the time is required for this movement is equals to the 40 seconds. So definitely there is force given, there is the distance is also given, and definitely the time is also given, and what is required, the calculate for, you have to calculate the power. So first of all we will make a data for it. What is the given in the question? Force is given which is equal to the F, and according to the question which is equal to the 588 Newton, basically we will write here, and this next one is distance which is covered by a body, it is equals to the 4 meter. So distance, we will take the distance equals to d which is equals to the 4 meter, and the third one thing is that which is the time which is equals to the 40 seconds. So basically time will be equals to the t which is according to the question is equals to the 40 seconds. So basically what is required in this question? Required is power. So calculate the power. First of all here we will calculate the power according to the given formula. As we know that first formula of this of the power is equals to the W upon T, means work upon time. So basically if we know that time is given in the question, but the work is not given in the question, so here we will apply a second formula for the power which is equals to the F into D upon T. So basically the power will be equals to the F into D upon T, means force into displacement upon time. So basically the force will be equals to the 588 Newton. We will multiply with the D which is equals to the 4 meters. So here we will multiply the 588 into the 4, and when we will divide this equation with the t which is given in the question, and it is equal to the 40 seconds. So definitely we will get the answer which is equals to the 58.8 watts. So the power is equals to the 58.8 watt according to the given questions. So now the second one is that this is the numerical according to your book physics which is equal, which is the 8.3, and according to this question there is a, with what constant velocity can a 1960 watt motor raise a mass of 100 kg. Now basically here we will apply a specific amount of the force on this one. So basically the power is used by the motor to raise a specific amount of the block or a mass which is equals to the 100 kg is equals to the 1960. So basically first of all we will make a data for this one, and which is given according to the question is power. So power is equals to the P which is equals to the 1960 watt, and what is another thing is given, the mass is given in the question. So the mass will be equals to the m, we will take as the mass in a form of the small m, and the given in the question which is equals to the 100 kilogram. So basically the another thing is the g, the value of g. What is the g? Basically the g is the acceleration due to gravity. Here we're talking about the acceleration due to gravity because the movement of the body is in a form of vertical manner. So basically the gravity which is applied on this object or a box is the according to the force of gravity. Definitely that's why we will use acceleration due to gravity for this numerical. So basically, as we know that what is required for this question with the what constant velocity. So basically velocity is required. So now, as we know that the power is equal to the 1960 watt and what velocity is required. So there definitely here we will use the formula for the power which is in a relationship of the velocity. So basically that P is equal, as you know that the P is equals to F into V. So first of all, here will convert this formula according to the V. So V is equals to the P upon F. P is the power and F is the force. So basically according to the question, P which is the power is given, which is the equal to 1960 watt. But there is another thing, force. Force is not given in this question. So basically according to the new formula, we will take out the value for the force. As we know that force is equal to the weight of the body, because here is weight is another type of the force. So basically the formula for the W, which is the weight, is equal to the force, and the formula for the force is equal to the mg. Because when we talk about the force which is equal to the m into a, which is the mass into the acceleration, but here we will talking about the vertical movement of a box. So definitely in a vertical movement the force is applied, and the force is called acceleration due to gravity. So basically here we will multiply the mass with the g, which is the acceleration due to gravity. So basically the F is equals to the mass into g, which is the acceleration due to gravity. So basically the value which is given in the question for the mass is equal to the 100, and the value for the g, means acceleration due to gravity, according to the given question is the 10. And we will take the value of acceleration due to gravity 9.8 meter per second square, but in a round of way we will take the value of 10. So basically when we will multiply the 100 with the 10, we will get the force. So force basically will be equal to the 1000 Newton. So from this way we will get the value for the force, and now we will apply this same value in this velocity. So basically velocity will be equals to the power upon force. So basically power is equal to the 1960, and we will divide it by the help of the force, which is the, we will get in the previous manner. So definitely the force will be equal to the 1000. We will divide it, we will get the answer for the velocity, which is equal to the 1.96 meter per second. So basically that is the value for the velocity that we will get by the help of this numerical, by the help of this formula, which is equal to the P, it is equal to the F into V, which is the relationship between the power and the velocity. So the last one numerical is the 8.2, and the question for this numerical is what is the power of an engine that pulls a 1000 kg automobile at a steady speed of 10 meter per second along a level road. So what is the given in the question? So basically what is the power, means the power is required of an engine, means there's talking about the power of an engine. So definitely engine pull a specific mass, a block or a body which is equal to the 1000 kg, definitely at a steady speed with a speed, and the speed is equal to the 10 meter per second along the level road. Level road means here we're talking about the horizontal manner. So basically definitely there is a speed is given and the mass is given and power is required. Definitely we will apply a specific formula for the power, which is a third one formula for the power. There is a relationship between the power and the velocity. So basically power will be equal to the force into velocity. So here we can say that the power is required and the force, the value for the force is not given in the question. So basically first of all we will take the value for the force and then we will multiply with the velocity. Actually velocity will be equal to the 10 meter per second as it is given in the question. So basically first of all we will calculate the force. So for calculating the force, there is a formula that force is equal to the mass into acceleration. So the force is equal to the mass into acceleration. So mass is given. What is the mass? Mass is equal to the 1000 kg. Mass is given here, and definitely we will multiply with the 10, and the 10 is the there is a 10 is given. So basically when we multiply, this one is equal to the 10,000 Newton. So basically the force is equal to 10,000. I will multiply it. Before we will getting how we can calculate the A. What is the A? A is the acceleration here. For calculating this one, A will be calculated by the help of this equation, that A is equal to the V F minus Vi upon t. Vf is the final velocity, Vi is the initial velocity. We will divide it with the time, which is the t. So definitely here we will say that the initial velocity of a block is, which is the Vi, is it is equal to the 0. Why it is equal to the zero? Because before starting, it is in a condition of the rest condition of the situation. Definitely the body is in a rest in an initial position, so definitely vi, the velocity of the body, which is the initial velocity of the body, is equal to the 0 meter per second, and the final velocity that the body carries, definitely it is the final velocity of the body, it is equal to the 10 meter per second. So time is required for this one is equal to the 1 second. Basically, when we talk about the power, it is occurs in the unit time. The unit time means of 1 second, and the mass is also given 1000 kg. So basically, we will apply the specific value for for calculating the acceleration. The v, which is the final velocity, is equal to 10, and the initial velocity, which is the equal to the 0, and we will apply a specific values in this one to getting the form to the values of the a, and definitely for getting the value for the f, and then we will apply the value of f in this equation, which is equal to the power that equals to the force into velocity, and we will get the answer for the p, which is equal to 10,000, and we can say that the power is equal to the 10 power watt. Thank you, students.